Which of these mini Shockwaves is the best? Not counting third-party offerings, there are currently 3 Shockwaves of the core, formerly Legends class: Combiner Wars, Legacy, and Studio Series. Each of them has their own distinct look with something different to offer. Combiner Wars Shockwave has these clear little magenta bits that complement the purple really nicely, as well as a fair amount of light grey limbs. He also has this alt mode cable on his arms, which appear to make him look like he has an extra gun on each arm, in addition to his usual arm cannon, so he's packing some extra heat. Legacy Shockwave is the most G1 looking figure of the 3. It's a dinky version of the Siege toy that comes with this little satellite laser gun thing, but honestly, why would you want him holding that when he already has his iconic gun arm? I don't even know where mine's gone. Then there's the Studio Series figure. For a while, this was the only official toy of the Bumblebee Shockwave we had, at least until the Voyager came along. Now let's look at the alt modes. Combiner Wars Shockwave turns into a blaster that's meant to be held by Bruticus, but good luck getting him stable enough. Let's just have MPP-10 hold him instead. Legacy Shockwave turns into this spaceship that can also be held like a gun, but I don't think it looks that great to be honest. Studio Series Shockwave turns into a tank. Now let's try and pick a favourite. All of them basically have the same level of articulation, so I'm just going to be shallow here and go by looks. I think overall, the Combiner War Shockwave has the strongest robot mode design, with the clear plastic magenta pieces going very nicely with the purple. I also really like the way the alt mod cable makes it look like he's packing extra guns. I would love a Voyager sized version of this design. The Legacy Shockwave looks nice, but just like the Siege figure, I'm not a huge fan of the darker shade of purple they use for him, and would have preferred something more closer to the cartoon. I think the purple's just a bit too dark. I don't dislike this figure by any means, it's just my least favourite out of the 3. The Studio Series figure has the most pleasant shade of purple out of all of them, and he gets points for having the biggest, chunkiest cannon out of all 3 of them, because I think big ass arm cannons are cool. Unfortunately, it does require a bit of parts forming to take the cannon from his hand to the turret, so it loses points for that. Studio Series Shockwave has the best looking alt mode. I love this meaty looking tank with the treads and the big ass gun on top. Combiner War Shockwave turned into a blaster is cool, but it is kind of unfortunately awkward to be used for its intended purpose, as being held by combiners. That's not so much as a flaw for Shockwave as it is the design of the combiners though. Legacy Shockwave spaceship isn't all that great looking, but I do like how the matching colour means the Siege figure can hold it, and sort of look like it's actually part of his arm. Overall, I'm going to have to declare the Combiner War Shockwave my favourite. I really like the colours and how it's a more unique toy design which isn't actually based on anything we saw on the screen. I want to see more of that. I love toy original designs. It doesn't have the strongest alt mode, but honestly, since all of my figures are displayed in robot mode anyway, I think it's fine. Which of these Shockwaves do you think looks the best? Please let me know in the comments.